I have played Super Metroid before, but it's been such a long time, I can never remember where to go, and I always get lost. Reviewing the items I currently have, I have the Charge Beam, the Ice Beam, the Spazer Beam, the Various Suit, Morph Ball, Bomb, High Jump Boots, and I think the most recent upgrade I got was the Speed Booster. So if you guys know a general area that I should move toward to make progress with those upgrades, I would appreciate it. After that, I'll kind of do my own exploring, but I just don't want to spend 30 minutes of sub-block running around, not knowing where to go. I don't remember where most of the Speed Boost locations are. I don't think I can do anything past there yet. I do have the power bomb now as well. It's new-ish. And I haven't been down here. Sweet. Can't get through that door for whatever reason. Remember there's being something down there. Whoops. Thought so. Oh, that might be an exit from something on that side. Yay, Ice Beam. Living the Ice Beam dream. Well, the layout of this room is suspicious to me. Hey, look at that. Thanks, guys. I seem to remember some bullshit in this room. The fall-away floor when you run through it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Game. How dare you? I don't think I get back to that for a long time either. Does the power bomb always reveal every bombable block in the room? Shit. Oh no, don't get stuck down there! Get stuck literally anywhere else. Oh man, that was bad. So I have a healing thing here. Restock. Right, but on the screen, they'll reveal everything that they touch. There's nothing that regular bombs can reveal that a power bomb cannot reveal, right? Now you basically have to learn how to wall jump in here, right? Even though it's technically optional. This is a way to get back down to the bottom, isn't it? Yeah, okay. There's no other way to get out of here if you fall down that hole. Oh, shit. I can't think of too many other games that give you an ability that you have for the entire game and the game just doesn't tell you, but reveals it. That's such a cool mechanic. I wonder if I can make that. Can. Nice. Hey. Take it. Celeste does that. Yeah. You have things that you can do from the beginning, but it doesn't tell you about them until later. I got pretty good at wall jumping. They don't make it easy in this game. It's not like other games where it's kind of, effortless. Like here you have to be in that spinning mode, and you have to press the button at just the right time. Hollow Knight and Iconoclast as well. That's cool. You guys are the worst, you know that? Literally the worst. Tokitori 2. It's Metroidvania where you have all the abilities to start, but you don't know them. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if this actually is a viable strategy to find where the hole is. No! God damn it. Alright. So I can get it out of there pretty quickly. It's much further to the right than I thought it was, and I think shooting does actually work. I just gave up assuming it wasn't going to. Come on. Gotta get that E-tank, man. Super rude. Oh, you can do Zell's limit breaks from the start if you know the combinations? That's cool. I think it's a bastardization of an Office episode where Ryan's talking to Kelly. Like, oh yeah, I have some questions. First of all, how dare you? It did work all along. I just need to know where to jump. There's a door behind it, so I think I have to go through here to progress. Oh, never mind. It's just an upgrade. Well, there could still be an upgrade in here. That removes my sense of where to go next, so let's just try to explore areas that I haven't cleared yet. This game always takes me a long time to get used to the controls again because the way Samus moves by default is really slow, and the shoot and jump buttons are not what I expect them to be. I usually get there by the end of the session. Okay, let's see. Try checking out further over to the east, I guess. Yes, he is calling me a scrub. I fell in that hole despite knowing where it was both times. That's correct. So does anyone know of an area that I can go to with my current upgrades? I don't think I actually want to be in this zone. I mean, we've got some places I can use the power bomb. I can go to Meridia, right? Because I can break the tank. So ice beam to go back to the surface. I think I have been back to the surface. I was trying to do a bomb jump trick to get somewhere up there. Is there something I can do up there with the speed boost? Various is one of the very first upgrades you get. I've had that one for a while now. Ooh, they're so clean. Let's see if there's anything interesting over here. Do I need to have the grappling hook to go to the wrecked ship? I think I do, don't I? Yeah? I can try that then. Speed booster to it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to tomorrow. It'll either be during the normal stream hours or it will be later. But it won't be any earlier than the normal stream hours, if that makes sense. Ice beam doesn't cost resources, no. Yeah, Dragon Quest games are like Final Fantasy. It's anthology. There's some kind of like diagonal shenanigan I can pull Shine Spark to get somewhere here, right? It's hard to do. I'm getting to it, not even. It'll all retroactively update. It shouldn't matter until the book it's called anyway. I got a bunch of games that I have to update. Cool. Hey, Grin, how you doing? Cameron has been a little bit more of a handful lately as she's been getting smarter. It used to be that I could just throw her in baby gel pen and work on stream stuff all morning, but I gotta give her more attention now. So you're saying I can speed boost jump through this area? That I don't need the grapple beam? Gives you... Oh, but there's like a little gap here that's meant to prevent you from speed boosting. It does not, no. Don't think you're correct, Mega Man. I think I need to get the grapple beam. Does anyone know where the grapple beam is in this game, or could someone Google it? I think that should be my next target, because I do think I'm supposed to go to the wreck ship now. Ish. Crocomire? Oh shit. Right, and getting to Crocomire is really hard, isn't it? Or it's like, kind of hidden? Well, I'll just look everywhere I can look for now. We'll see what I can find. I guess I could go through that door to the hot area of Brinstar. What all upgrades do I need to get to it? I have everything? Okay, cool. Thank you. Remember, he's like straight down, right? And to fight him, you have to very quickly shoot him, so you have to be full on missiles, right? Because he can kill you just by pushing you back. This wasn't one of the games that I played a shitload as a kid. It's most of the times I think I played it 3 times, and all of them have been as an adult on airplanes. So I don't have this one totally memorized like I do like Link to the Past. The later Metroid games I think do a better job of helping you out if you're super screwed stuck. But I admire that about Super Metroid, that it does not. Games work. Yeah, no worries. You've caved and bought a saxophone before? That's remarkably specific. Is there an energy tank up here somewhere? Thought so. Hey! I was trying to cheese Morph Ball to it earlier, and did not, because I'm really bad at it. But I want to do it. Is that a bomb, maybe? Huge. I don't know if I can actually reach that. I did! Hey, look at that. You don't know the Super Mario part well enough? There's a Super Mario Link to the Past randomizer. You have to switch between games. Ah, this room looks worrisome. Dragon damage boost. Oh my, I'm limited in how high I can jump. How are you actually intended to do this? Space jump only? Can't really freeze the rocks. Is it an invisible floor? Yeah, I saw that I was shooting into something, but I didn't think there was an actual invisible floor. I thought it was just the spawn point of those rocks. I don't think that's correct. Because the rocks fall through it as well. I'll come back later with the gravity suit. Oh, Super Metroid. That's kind of cool. So do I have to get over there from the ship and then go down? I think that's my only way to reach that section of Prince Star. Okay, I can do that. I really, really love this part. You basically go up to the ending area from Metroid 1. The whole opening of this game is, like, perfect. Who posted that breakdown of the, like, the level design tree for this game, the boss keys video? I think it was in Discord. It was really, really good. The beginning of this game constantly stops you from backtracking, like has one-way doors that you don't really realize are one-way doors to make sure that you find the proper upgrades to progress, which is genius. I think stopping you from backtracking is one of those really important elements of level design in any kind of game where you need to teach the player something. Give them no choice but to figure out, oh, if I press up, I climb the ladder. Oh, if I press against the wall, I wall jump. You never want them to be in a situation where they think, oh, I must not be able to do anything here until later, and then leave the room. Alright, let's try to go to the other entrance over here. Whenever it ends up on the voting spreadsheet, yeah. Bird's pretty good, right? Was Inafune involved with Mega Man 9 or 10? I don't think so, right? It's easy to forget that's there. Somewhere where you drop down. I remember falling into the room with Crocomire. It's not the secret in there, right? So. Save, since we haven't in a while. This might be right, actually. It's pretty, weird. I don't remember if it's actually conveyed at all. One of these is false and you can fall through it, right? maybe not. I'm thinking of a different, similar room. There's a room that's like this that has a bunch of little traps in the floor like that, and there's one of them that's false that you can fall through. Oh, shit. I already got that. This must have been where I got the power bomb, or one of the places I could have gotten the power bomb. I'll keep looking. This might be it. Clue might be that you can shoot into it. Yeah, I think that's true. This one I can't shoot into, right? I guess not. I'll keep looking, we'll find it eventually. Ice beam back up. I'm gonna try to keep focusing on moving downward. Might try to refill resources real quick. Oh wait, I guess I can go through that power bomb door now, right? Let's see where this takes us. This might be it. Right, the light goes. Grapple beam at the top of the room. There is nothing over there. Okay. This is just making sure that you have the grapple beam before you explore this area. Well, I can do that. That's cheesy. Die from the spikes. And then I die. Speed booster and Norfair. I don't think so. Why? What does that get you? Could probably still do that room, but I don't know if it's worth it without the grapple beam. There's a path through Norfair that I need to go to. Okay. So I can remember how to get to Norfair from here. I don't think there's a door to it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hey, Johan, how you doing? Ankle doing any better? I'm gonna leave that not revealed so I remember to come back to it later when I get the grapple beam. Making sure there's nothing in here. I think the other times I've played this game, I've always gotten stuck trying to find Crocomire. Nice. Good to hear. I love the Meridia secret. I don't think the game gives you any clue that it's possible, does it? Maybe there's a cracked one of those somewhere else. I don't think I can really do anything in Meridia yet anyway, but do what I can for now. Another one like it that's broken. I could see that being a Nintendo Power secret. She didn't have too many back in the Super Nintendo era. Okay, I gotta get the gravity suit to be able to do shit in here. I guess it's also the fact that it says Meridia right there on the map. That might be the biggest clue. Like right in that location, you have no reason to do that if it didn't do something. Don't fall off now. God, the water physics are horrible. I was complaining about La Milana. Okay. Oof. They're horrible on purpose, so you're supposed to come back here with an upgrade later. I'm good. That was Crate over that way, yeah. If they put secrets in places that they previously established are pretty safe from secrets. Chozo rooms, save rooms, elevator doors. So, yeah, when you guys were talking about Brinstar earlier, you meant Norfair is where I needed to go next. Shit. I was confused when you said Various Suit. I didn't think the Various Suit did anything anywhere in Brinstar. That's cool, Leon. Have you made a, I'm sorry, Leah. Have you made a, what do you call them? Retro Pie yet? Oh no, I think Mega Man said something like, I thought the Spazer Beam shot through stuff. I must be thinking of another upgrade later. The hot area of Brinstar. That's cool. So I guess having the... It's interesting. Having the power bomb reveals the map to you, which maybe reveals secret passages. Right. Long horizontal place a couple of blocks down. Okay, thanks. I think I'm going in the right direction. I've got a lot of places to check in Norfair now that I have the power bomb and the speed boost. Cool, sounds good. Yeah. Ah. Very good. Probably that trap right there. only the charge beam will work, okay. Based on amount of damage dealt or something. The super missile pushes him further back. Ugh, that's the worst. You do want to have full missiles for him. So well. Run out of missiles. I always thought of this boss as like a did you pick up enough missile upgrades elsewhere in the game kind of gate. Make sure that you're ready for the later bosses. Oh man, I was cutting that close. Good lord. Yikes. Poor Crocomire. Oops. I can't reach. Speedrun uses well-timed charge shots. Just came into his home and slaughtered him, right? He tried. He tried so hard. Try your best and you don't succeed. Yeah, I think he's just like native flora and fauna. He's not one of the golden statues. I think you're right. I think I just came here and murdered him. Yeah, he suffers, right? Serp? Jeez. Whole game. Oh, I can totally make that if I have enough of a running start, I bet. How does jump momentum work? Oh, I should probably use this restock station. I'm so low on missiles. I love that they put these in the game. Okay, I have like 50 missiles. Now, I think that only exists as one entity until they split, right? I can't shoot it when I just see the one. I can shoot it immediately. There it is. I did not hit my head in the ceiling. Alright. I like the way you are like to find this is by getting the map upgrade. I like when map upgrades are helpful. I only think of a few games that have really pulled that off. Skyward Sword's one that sticks with me, where you kind of need to look at the map to see where the paths are underneath the sand. That's going to be how I get out of the room. It's going to lock me in there with the grapple beam, I assume. Right, because that was a one-way drop right there, too. There's a really interesting point in that video about the Super Metroid level design that was saying that Ridley's kind of frustrating because the way it's set up, you need 3 abilities to get through the room, and it's a really memorable room. But you don't know you need 3 abilities when you first see it. It looks like you just need 1. So, and it's really far out of the way, so you'll go all the way back there when you get one of the upgrades and be like, shit, I still can't make it through. Then you'll leave and you'll come back when you get the second upgrade, shit, I still can't make it through. Right. I've definitely had that problem in Metroidvania games before. I don't know how you fix it. Without being super on the nose about what abilities are needed. Maybe you need to have each one of those 3 abilities earlier on to even access the Ridley area. But it's so cool. It's like this giant Ridley mouth. It's one of the most standout areas of the whole game. I think those are all speed boosts, but no, maybe not. Blocking me from speed boosting, maybe? Oops. Don't get lava to death. This might be where you learn about the Shine Spark. I guess you just jump at the end of the ramp. Hey. Just making sure, you never know. I like that the grapple beam in the Metroid 2 remake, Return of Samus, was Samus Returns. It's like context sensitive, so you didn't have to swap to it. If you were aiming at a grapple beam center, you just automatically fired the grapple beam. That was cool. Shit. Now I can go to the wrecked ship, so we'll try to do that before we wrap Subblock today. I can make that jump for the life of me, I can't. What's the upgrade from the wrecked ship? I don't remember. Woof. At least it does a small amount of damage, too. Is it the gravity suit? I thought you got that for beating Ridley. Hey, one-way door. Confirmed I knew where I was going. I must be thinking of the space jump. I always confuse the gravity suit and the space jump. Gravity suit just lets you move through water without being slowed down. Space jump is what lets you jump as many times as you want. 100%ing this game doesn't require that you uncover the whole map, right? It's just get all the upgrades. The in-game percentage completion. Oh, you take no damage from lava. That would make sense, so you would need that to fight Ridley. Wonder if that door lets you leave without the grapple beam. Right. I'm covering every tile up there. I was just curious if the game did. I've definitely played some Metroidvanias that take map coverage into account when determining if you got 100% or not, but I think the game in this one just looks at upgrades. So one-way door to get back up into the main part of Norfair. Let's try exploring down here before I go to the wreck ship. I don't think this game needs a remake because it's perfect. But if there's one thing I would change in a remake is I'd probably add warping. Which I think every Metroid since this one has had. Getting around the map can be really slow. Especially if you're not a speedrunner. This is hard enough without assholes harassing me. Ugh. I just cheese through this hall more easily. I think I have. That's why I've been in this room before. That's funny. I think this might be the Ridley door, isn't it? Because the floor looks different when you get close to it. Like it's back through here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so you get the gravity suit and you get really pumped and you're like, oh man, I gotta go back to that awesome Ridley face. Then you still need like at least 2 other upgrades to get through it. First one's probably the power bomb, getting to that door. I don't know, it's tough because I feel like seeing something cool and going, oh man, I gotta come back to that later, is like the essence of the Metroidvania. That's like the core catharsis of what makes this genre work. Right, so it's really worth for, it's probably just a missile. Watch it be an energy tank. It's fine, I'll just skip it. I might not have the resources anyway. So, yeah, I think we just want to go back to Brinstar. I don't need to do anything else up here. I wonder how fast I could play through this game, not speedrunning it, but just in a casual playthrough if I knew it as well as I knew Link to the Past. I think I almost beat Link to the Past in a single session. I beat the How Long to Beat by a ton just because I'm so familiar with the game. That was a game that I played over and over and over as a kid. I don't think I got Metroid when I was a kid, which makes me really sad. I think I rented the game and didn't really understand that it expected more of me than something like Zelda. That I was gonna have to like shoot at nondescript walls. Like I love that now. This might be my favorite genre. But I remember if I got stuck early in a rental as a kid, I got pretty frustrated. Yeah, I definitely did not get NES Metroid. I think that was a rental that I returned, actually, because I was so confused at the beginning of the game, which makes me really sad. I wish I had gotten it. It's like the lucky JRPG click moment that I had with Earthbound. Just did not happen for me with Metroidvanias. But I guess there weren't terribly many of them, right? Like, we call it Metroidvania because really the next one after Super Metroid was Symphony of the Night. I'm trying to think of an earlier game that would fit in the genre. And then after Symphony of the Night came out, it kind of blew up as a genre. Oh, that MSX game, right? Is that the one that inspired La Milano? Yeah, that's cool. Where you had to like type stuff. It sounds like just about everybody had an MSX in Japan. It's kind of crazy. I like the TurboGrafx. Like, I didn't really know anyone in the US who had a TurboGrafx. When I was a teenager, I met a guy who had one when he was a kid instead of a Sega. But the PC Engine was a pretty big deal in Japan. You know, I've only played the side-scrolling Adventure Island games. Adventure Island is Wonder Boy, isn't it? Yeah, it was the same Yukipo. Like, well, it wasn't way later, but it was significantly after the TurboGrafx was dead. Like, I met this guy as like a senior in high school. He was telling me about Rondo of Blood, and I'm like, what's that? He's like, yeah, I've got it on PC Engine, CD, Turbo CD. Super Adventure Island 2 is basically a Metroidvania. Played Super Adventure Island, but not Super Adventure Island 2. Wait, are they really not connected? I really thought Adventure Island and Wonder Boy were like the same franchise. I don't feel anything about it. It was just I never saw commercials for it. I didn't know it existed. It wasn't like Sega with their blast processing Sega does with Nintendo crap. Huh. Wonder why I think that. Does Hudson, or did Hudson make Wonder Boy? Oh, Adventure Island is a Wonder Boy clone. Interesting. I had Sonic Shoes and watched a TV show without knowing it was a game. That's cool. Does the fact that those ones... Oh, it does. Okay. I was about to ask, does the fact that those ones are cracked mean anything? It does, in fact. Wrecked ship, so spoopy. I remember there's some weird jank. There's like some event flags you have to trigger in the wrecked ship in order to be able to fight the boss. I don't remember how it works, though. Oh, he's a mobile... That's cool. Whoops. God, I hate being in the water in this game. Makes me ill. I'm excited to not feel this way. Super Adventure Island 2 is a really fun game. I should play it at some point. SNES, right? Super Adventure Island has an awesome soundtrack. I really like the World 1-1 theme. It's weird. I like the new triumphant music that they play when you're on the surface. It's all creepy the first time you come here. Now it's creepy again. Save doesn't work. What? Power's off. And there's spooky powers off ghosts in here. Pretty spooky. It's not the ghost of a ship. Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? The last trilogy remaster release was on the original Wii, right? Ain't great. Guy's basically a fancy super missile door, isn't he? Yeah. Not even HD, exactly. Oh shit, this was a lot easier. Phantoon, I thought this was a lot harder to get to. I'm gonna die due to lack of health, and I haven't saved in a while. Save point was turned off. Maybe I can get enough resources from blowing shit up in this room. Let's try. Is this guy mostly a damage boost fight in the speedrun? Try to get as many upgrades as I can here. Oh, what makes him a run killer? Just the amount of damage he puts out? Just try to take my time here and get as many heals as I can. Hopefully not take more damage than I'm recovering. RNG maybe gets you in trouble with him. Definitely take more damage than I'm recovering right now, unfortunately. I think I have a safe way to shoot all of these things down because of the way the spacer beam is spaced. Sometimes my beams just don't hit them in the right spot. I need to do this because I don't want to lose, because I haven't saved in a really long time, I think. Just have to find a better solution. I guess I can turn off the spacer beam, maybe? No, that's not great either. It's actually worse. I guess I can predict where they're going to land. Oof. Let's bring Spacer back. Yeah, I could use the save state, but then I just have to be perfect and load whenever I take damage. Oof. Double oof. Nope, I'm dead. See what happens. Where did they put me? Where did I last save? Still have the grapple beam. I just need to heal up before I go over there. So Take a quick detour to the wreck ship, or to my ship. I think the last time I played this game, I got super lost in the wreck ship and couldn't find Phantoon because I didn't know to drill down, so I kept trying to climb up and there's nothing up there with the power off. I feel like that is a vessel for dipping sauce, isn't it? RNG determines how much damage you can deal to him. Interesting. How far into the run is he? This game's run is really fast, isn't it? Okay, I didn't lose as much time as I thought I was. I gotta do some annoying crap, but it could be worse. Search through here. Why is hitting him with super missiles not a good idea? But worst case scenario, at least we got the grapple beam this session. The aggros. Oh, what's in Vegan Ranch? I hated ranch as a kid and I like it as an adult. America flavor. It's kind of mean. I mean, it makes sense that the save point above the boss is turned off because of the lack of power. It's kind of mean, because I think you have to kill the boss to get power back, don't you? Whoops. I'm really bad at using the grapple beam. It's a miracle I got it on the first try. If we can get through here before the end of stream, I'll celebrate. Oh shit, did it? Vegan mayo, it's regular mayo, soy milk, milk. Vegan mayo just doesn't have eggs. Sorry, I'm intensely curious about like life as a vegan because it isn't something that I've ever considered doing, and I didn't know it's gotta be annoying to be like, I'm the one vegan that you know, aren't I? It's like, can you please speak for all black people, Cat? Ranch dressing is from the 1950s? No kidding. No, ranch flavor said it's called American flavor. Alright, so I am going to do a cheesy Virtual Console save state here, since the save is actually broken. I probably should have done that earlier, but I didn't remember that we got to the boss so quickly. I thought we turned on the power first. Whoops. That's cool. I thought we turned on the power first and then fought the boss so that I was going to get a chance to save. Actually, that's about time, so why don't we call it there? We'll open the next stream with fighting Phantoon. Thanks, guys. It's been a treat, as always. Let me let you know what's coming up next week.